What can you do about CBDCs? What can you do about central bank digital currencies? We are in a trilateral race. CBDCs, gold, Bitcoin, who will win? This is the important, really critical juncture of our lifetime going forward. I've been saying this for a while. The wealth and inequality gap is the most important thing that is in front of us. It's staring us in the face, the biggest danger to humanity. And CBDCs are a part of that because this is the governments, the unproductive class, the central bankers. This will be their version of what's going to happen and what they want, total control to say we need to get this wealth gap back in order. But it will be through modern monetary theory and Marxism and communism the way they want, the Bolshevik Revolution, in all of their own words. This is fact. This is not Brandon saying this. This is decades of papers, videos, politicians, articles, all of them saying this. So will it be total surveillance? Will it be total slavery to a few overlords? Or will we have freedom? Will Western values, will American values, will the Constitution and Bill of Rights win out? And will we have freedom from the bottom up, or will it be top-down tyranny? We get to decide that going forward. Who will win? What speeding train will outlast the rest? Which of these three? My guess, this is my prediction, is that the government in America will pick CBDCs backed by gold. They will try to instill some type of value. And I have a version of this. America will pick CBDCs. They will not pick Bitcoin because they don't control that. They will pick CBDCs backed by modern monetary theory and just bribing people with $10,000 in their account or $100,000 or $1,000 or whatever it be. I'm thinking $10,000 in their account to bribe them to use their app, to use their surveillance coin. Now, could they go the CBDC route and back it by gold to instill confidence in the system again? We know China and Russia, possibly America, have been accumulating gold over the last 10 or 12 years, getting ready to back the system. And we know all the central banks, they have put their chips into that pile for decades. So they want that to pay off for them eventually, the gold route. America won't go Bitcoin. Again, they will not go Bitcoin because they have the most to lose. They have the world reserve currency. Why? If it ain't broke for them, don't fix it. Don't try to go do something else. This is why the developing countries will do it first. They'll start the domino effect. And the G7 countries will probably be last because they have the most to lose, especially America. And it's going to be one of the most strategic blunders that America can make. Because again, the authoritarians here want full control of the West. This is Klaus Schwab, World Economic Forum, the Council of Foreign Relations, the United Nations, the World Health Organization, all these global organizations, the IMF, the Bank of International Settlements, the central banks of the world. They want to take out America, number one, and the West. That's how you get communism. That's how you get full control, central command and control economies to do whatever it is they want to do. Henry Kissinger, I've talked about this for decades, the Club of Rome, and they are there. They think they are right there. A few years away, 2030, Agenda 2030, they will have this. So this is my prediction. They will try to go this route. However, there are many more of us than there are them, and we have to remember that. Again, this is fact. This is stated over 100 years of what they want to do, and really since 1848, since Karl Marx wrote the Communist Manifesto, and this has festered, this idea that a few at the top have, that they are smarter than everybody, and they're going to control everyone's life, cradle to grave. Again, the other secret speeding train is that we vote in enough younger politicians in the meantime, before this happens, that change the system and usher in Bitcoin and freedom. So governments are going to try to go this route, probably this route first, maybe backed by something to this effect to instill confidence, or it's going to bribe the crap out of everybody with cash, the MMT route, and just try to force everyone into that system because it's going to be so bad. They're going to be hurting so bad. So many people in the next few years are going to be hurting so badly, and they're trying to squeeze everyone right now. This is their plan. Do not disregard this. They will try to do this. They're already trying to do it. They're trying to squeeze everyone over. And you look at the central bankers are saying, we need more pain. This has been their plan for years. We don't have time to get into all those layers of this plan forever. Go back and do your own due diligence. Do not trust me. Verify. This is the people's plan, though. This is freedom. And will we get enough people, enough younger people voted in to pop the hippie bubble? All the hippies that are in power now, as I call them, in academia, in politics, and get them out so we can usher in freedom for all the younger generations and every generation going forward for thousands of years, using the Bitcoin network, using freedom, immutability, unconfiscatability, peer-to-peer, finite monetary system, deflationary monetary system, giving freedom to all, banking the unbanked, using renewable energy to mine, etc., etc., etc. I recently had a viewer comment. This is why I'm doing this video. I was just putting out hot air in the universe about central bank digital currencies and saying, there's nothing we can do and there's nothing you're doing. That's the mistake. The mistake is thinking that it assumes most people even know what a central bank digital currency is. Most people have no idea what a CBDC is yet, and that is something that the global cabal is thinking up and building right now as we speak. They are waiting for it to get bad enough and going to let the shoes drop finally when they are ready to roll out their CBDCs. Again, another prediction I have. The final shoes will not drop, and they will not let the bottom fall out of the system until they have their CBDC ready, because now they realize this is our chance at full global control. Heck, most people will be happy and gladly accept that surveillance and spy coin when the government comes to them and tells them they have $10,000 in an app for them, and all they need to do is download it to accept. I'm sure that most people will gladly trade more, if not all the rest of their freedom and liberty, just to have another $10,000, $5,000, 20,000 worthless pieces of paper, fiat currency digits in their Chase app. That will be completely inflated away within the next year, 2 years, couple years after that. Completely worthless. What is the price of your soul? What is the price of your freedom, your liberty, your property? What's the price of that? If no one knows that something exists, then how can we attack the problem? I look at my job as an educator to help pass the messages along. There are no new messages, only different messengers. That's it. I'm just a cog in the freedom wheel. And the more, and you are too, we all are. And the more that know about this, in this fight between good and evil, CBDCs and Bitcoin, the further it spreads, the more freedom we'll hopefully have. And again, I've shared this many times, the CBDCs or Bitcoin Venn diagram, and the difference, the stark difference we have. So please read this, please study this, please memorize this. This is the most important thing by far we have in front of us in the fight we are facing, coupled in with the wealth inequality gap. Bitcoin will reduce that wealth inequality gap. CBDCs will only exacerbate it and make it thousands of times worse. And more civil unrest will come because of this. I promise you that. What is the CBDC? And this is not to be scared. We have the opportunity to hope in front of us. Get resilient, get independent, Bitcoin, gold, silver, food, energy, water, security, land. We have the ability to still buy the insurance and to win this fight. This is a hopeful message. But I promise you, I know what's coming on the other side. But what is the CBDC? Really quick. Currencies are our government's response. The central bank digital currencies are government's response to Bitcoin. It's a token that the government can control and they alone control. Just like the current fiat legacy monetary system where they control the currency spigot, the currency printer, where they can print and devalue on demand and debase it on demand, inflate away your time and energy, your wealth, and steal it from you on demand. They would be able to do the same thing with a central bank digital currency. The one big difference is that it would be programmable, but not in a good way, in a terrible way, in fact. It'd be able to give each person their own inflation rates and social credit scores, not letting you get on transportation, mass transportation or not, just like they do in China right now. It'd be able to turn off. The government would be able to turn off if they didn't watch you in certain locations. You thought the last 2 years were bad? You haven't seen anything yet. They'd be able to turn off your money so you couldn't buy anything. Oh, can't step outside your house, can't step outside your city, can't step outside your state, you can't travel to the next country. They would know every move and every transaction you make and have control over everything. Everything. Each purchasing decision you make, from the biggest thing to the smallest thing. Natalie Smolinski is an expert in CBDCs. Please watch this 10-minute deep dive. It's the most important thing you can do today. I guarantee it. Phenomenal speaker. She's brilliant. She just gave this talk a few weeks ago. Please check this out. Click this link, go right to it, and listen to it. It's not even 10 minutes, 9 minutes long. What are things we can do? We can write our senators and our congressmen. We can write our state congresspeople, if I kid spell. We can vote in people who abide by the Constitution and its principles, the Bill of Rights. And we can work with their institutions and organizations like the Bitcoin Coalition, who are actively talking to congresspeople about CBDCs and Bitcoin every month and educating them on the matter. And we can educate ourselves on what the CBDCs are and their far-reaching, detrimental implications. We can then spread that knowledge and talk about it with family members and friends, maybe even start a blog or our own YouTube channel. Ultimately, you can remove yourself from the system by becoming your own central bank and buying gold and silver, and more importantly, Bitcoin. Be a part of the parallel economy being built with the Bitcoin network. Again, price is the least interesting aspect of Bitcoin. Freedom is the most interesting aspect. Look at this, just layer 2 Lightning Network being built on top of Bitcoin, the first layer protocol. All the things that are being built, all the companies, all the payment solutions, all the wallets, all the systems, liquidity services, node management, podcasting, streaming, gaming, rewards, all the things. People want to get in the crypto space and dabble with all kinds of garbage. This is what's actually being built on the inconfiscatable, uncensorable money first protocol layer. This is everything being built on layer 2. And this is not even mentioning what's being built on layer 3. Buckle up, kids. The parallel economy is here if we want it. Freedom is here. Uncensorable economy is here if we want it. The more people that are outside the legacy fiat currency system, the less power that network has. So the more we buy Bitcoin, the more we use Bitcoin, the less power the legacy fiat monetary system network has, the less power that has. And ultimately, it will just wither away and we'll transfer over to a new system. The new, stronger system will naturally take hold. It'll be just like jumping off the sinking legacy fiat Titanic onto a life raft. I promise you, it's already being done. You might be on a new vessel. You might be on the life raft. That's not quite as big as the first ship you were just on, but at least you're dry and above water. And believe me, that ship will become much bigger than the Titanic as more and more people grab hold. Peaceful revolution of property rights and freedom. That's what Bitcoin is. It's a peaceful revolution without firing a bullet. Spread the word. Or voting. Without firing a bullet or without having to vote and know if your vote counts. That's what Bitcoin is. It's a vote with your money, a vote with your feet. Spread the word and let others know that freedom is on the ticket and available each and every day for those who are so inclined. Our children will not hold us guiltless. They will not hold us guiltless. I have no idea what I was trying to put here. They will not hold us guiltless. I appreciate your time and energy. It's the most important aspect we have, the most finite asset we have. Just like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is finite, just like our time. Time is Bitcoin, Bitcoin is time. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for tuning in again. And please let me know your comments on what you think and what you have been doing, hopefully, to spread the knowledge of CBDCs and the dystopian future we quite honestly have right in front of us. But we have the parallel freedom economy being built that we control, that the people control, and that's immutable, unchangeable, locked in code. I appreciate you. Please share, like, and subscribe. Share it with someone you think might like this video, might not like this video. We can battle out in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.